teamwork.
Yeah. So you can, I think if you have a different, the second type is not fire. If it's something else, there might be multiple different colors, which I think would be very cool. I believe that is the case. So they have different skills. So in the bottom right, you can see that their genetics. So they are born with different skills. You can give them different skills. In the top right, you see the only party action I can't do is stealth. Like, this guy gives me ground dive, wall climb, and roar. These guys give me, like, flying and melee attack. So you build a party of 6 monsters to try and make sure you have as many different riding actions, because there are certain parts you can't explore without breaking down a wall, so you need a melee attack. There are certain parts you can't get to without swimming, so you need one who swims. So I have the fish guy, because he gives me swimming. The spider and the wolf give me wall climbing, so then I can climb up cliffs, like certain cliffs. There's a certain sort of texture on the walls that lets you know you can climb them. And then, yeah, you have, like, their stats sort of there, like attack, crit. Wyvern Fell is like... think of it as like poise from Dark Souls. If the more Wyvern Fell damage you do, the quicker it is to stun them. There are a lot of different creatures, so mostly there should be. But so, like, you could have the Toby Kadachi for climbing and melee. You could have the fluffy bat guy for flying, and I think he also does ranged attacks. I believe he gets you swimming, and he is technically fluffy. He has fur. So I believe you could. The canines give you wall climb, melee attack, and roar. Ah, yes, there are Bishaten, which are like... they're like fluffy parrot-type creatures. There's a bear. There's the PK. Yeah, there's a lot of different types of monsters that have overlapping things. So if you wanted to, for example, like, I kind of want all of my guys to be dragons, there's generally a kind of dragon-ish type for each of them. The little herbivore guys, they're just prey items. Let me go find the dodo bird for you again. And hello, Diaki, how you doing, bud? There it is. It's technically a bird wyvern for some reason. They're a livestock animal. I don't know why it's not just under the herbivore tag. That thing is not eating anything that isn't a plant, or maybe it eats bugs. I still haven't seen the guy who... There's like a big chicken guy who he holds the rock and he uses the rock as a weapon, and I've been waiting to find him because he's usually an early game creature. I think it's the Kulu Yaku, I think. They got some funny names. It's been known to... In some of the other Monster Hunter games, they have... Like, in the mainline Monster Hunter games, when you're on the hunt for... You know, your target creature, sometimes there's like territory battles, like other monsters will like turn up trying to like take over the territory, and so they have these big three-way battles where it's you and like you versus a monster versus another monster versus you. And this specific one, I'm going to send you a picture of it. It's not super threatening, it's not super big, but it's dumb as the rock it's carrying, and it turns up to do territory battles against like wyverns and dragons and stuff. And it just comes out of nowhere with its big ass rock looking for a headshot. It's just and it's doing alright, Diag. It is early today. We're still kicking, you know? No. It doesn't steal eggs. It carries around its own egg, but if it doesn't have an egg, it'll pick up a rock, a big smooth rock, and beat things to death with said rock. It is the dumbest thing ever. And it will fight. It will fight like, you know, the dragons that I'm riding. It will start a territory fight and attempt to just come in swinging with a rock. It is very easily defeated, but my man tries, you know. I can respect the hustle. Exactly, and it's usually I think in Monster Hunter Stories 2, the previous game to the one I'm playing, it was still it was an early on type one. It would pop up and sort of be like, surprise, here's a rock. And so people are just like, oh yeah, I am very familiar with this creature. It is dumb. Nah, piss off, Spider Boy.
Be careful. Let's go! Be careful!
Alright. It is a lot of fun. Like the monsters in this game, there's such a huge variety, even within like families. Like a whole bunch of like wyverns, and some of them, like they all, you know, wyverns will look similar, but there's so many different varieties of them, and some of them are related, some of them are subspecies, some of them are like uniques. A lot of them turn out to be elder dragons. Let's say it has to be early for you because it's 5 p.m. here. Yes, I started like 5:30 this morning. It is now 7:30 this morning.
Yeah, okay.
It's just well, we woke up a few times last night, so we just stayed up. So this is like a spin-off series, Brasden, where you tame creatures and ride them around and stuff. You don't do that in the mainline games. The mainline games is more about hunting them and stuff. But I enjoy the hatching and raising and stuff. It's fun. I'm a sucker for monster taming and stuff.
Keep it up!
I think you would enjoy it. all 3 games revolve around that, like the monster that's next to me, the Rathalos with black scales. It's supposed to be basically like a harbinger of like doom. And your character always tends to end up as the one who's like raising it and stuff, and so lots of bad things happen. You and your Rathalos are either the cause of it or trying to be the solution of it, and there's always shady people in the background and some sort of big disaster thing that you guys have to fix. And along the way, you fight a lot of monsters, you hatch a lot of monsters. I liked number 2. I had a lot of other games coming out, so I didn't get as involved into it as I wanted to.
Careful.
Alright, we should be able to beat this guy now. Alright.
We can handle it together.
Stay alert! Go!
He is big and scary. So, in this one, before you can set up camps around the map, you have to beat the local feral monstie, and that, for this particular area, is this guy. So the ferals are like just regular monsters that have been infected with like the crystal growth.
Counting on you.
Hammer for this one. You see all the crystals growing on him have turned him feral.
Let's go.
Bonk. You also have 3 weapon slots.
Thank you!
You target monster parts with your weapons to try and do extra damage to break them. Breaking them can do things like stun damage, stop or make the monster transform, or just straight up extra damage. So I'm like using a hammer right now. I'm targeting his head because he has a big old head cannon and I want to make sure to stop that, and it'll also stop him transforming and knock him over if I break it. Let's go ahead and beat Shimmer again. Say grenade headbutt. I don't like the sound of grenade headbutt. Ow.
No!
So if we break his head, he won't be able to make us explode. There, and he's doing the grenade headbutt again. Alright, come on,